Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. We are here for episode 21 of our Formula 1 23 driver career mode here with AlphaTauri. We are in Mexico City for the Mexican Grand Prix. If you guys are new to the channel, be sure to subscribe, drop a like on the video, and let me know in the comments what you guys think. We're very close to 300 subscribers. We've been hovering around the same number for quite some time, and I'd like to get there as quickly as possible, so be sure to smash that subscribe button. But we are here in qualifying in Mexico City, and we got some wet weather, so it's going to be very hard to get into Q2 as I'm not the greatest in qualifying in the wets, especially in Mexico City. I probably raced this track. It's probably my bottom 5, I would say, in the number of laps, I guess, that I have on this track, so not very good here. Very uncomfortable track because you got to set up the wings very low for the straight, and then that kind of offsets your performance in the, I guess, more turny sectors of 2 and 3. But we'll see what we could do here on the intermediate tires. It's like our 6th or 7th lap because it was pouring a lot more earlier in the session. We were on the full wets, but then by the end of it, we put on the intermediates, and surprisingly here, we are in P2 after Q1, just 2/100ths of a second behind George Russell. We're coming off that race in Qatar. If you guys have not seen that, be sure to hit the link up top. Go watch that because that was an amazing race. Pretty good at Qatar. It's a pretty easy track, to be honest, but pretty good at it nonetheless, and I guess it suited our car as best as it could. Because we managed to finish in P9, I believe. Oscar Piastri choked a little bit towards the end of the race, and then we swooped in to take P9, and that secured us 2 more points on the board. So we are still sitting in P11 in the Drivers' Championship. We're a few points ahead of Alex Albon, and we are miles ahead, relatively speaking, in front of Daniel Ricciardo, which we're going to be keeping an eye on him here as well. I believe he was out in Q1, so just another opportunity here for us to start way in front of him. It did dry up in Q2, so we're now on the soft tires on our final flying lap. We've slammed the fuel loads all the way down, and we got a fresh pair of soft tires on, so currently 6 seconds better than our previous lap. We're hovering around Oscar Piastri once again, as I feel like we usually do in these qualifying sessions, but we're going to see as we head through the stadium section if we can squeeze in Q3. We're currently sitting in P14, flying around the last corner. 8 seconds of an improvement. Doesn't really tell us much because that first lap was done in the wet weather, I believe. We're going to cross the line here, and we are out in Q2. I guess understandable, just because I'm not the greatest at this circuit, so it's going to be a struggle. Hopefully we can get a good start off the line in the start of the race, jump up a few spots, and maybe fight for the points. We'll see, but let's head right into the race, guys. Alright, we are here for the Mexican Grand Prix. Not the greatest qualifying. We had a little bit of close call in Q1 with the wet weather, but it did dry up. We're starting in P11 after a few drivers have suffered a grid penalty. Interesting strategy as well. I'm not sure how long the soft tires are going to last. We're supposed to be on these soft tires for 11 laps, and with the track that I can never seem to get enough downforce on, might be a little bit difficult to get the full life out of these tires, but we're going on to the hards afterwards. I've kind of set the hard tires as a fallback in case these soft tires don't work out. Then we can kind of pit early and then go long on the hard tires. If the soft tires do last us the full 11 laps and we feel comfortable, then we will switch to the medium tires instead of the hard. So we are going to keep an eye on that through the duration of this race. We're once again right near Oscar Piastri. I feel like we've been near him for a lot of the races this season. Usually he has pretty bad qualifying, but then kind of picks it up towards the end. I think we overtook him in Qatar to get into the points, or into P9, I believe. So we're going to see what we could do in Mexico. We're starting in front of Grand New Joe, who's also on the soft tires. My pace here, I'm not too confident in, so if we can get into the points, that would be great. This, engine penalties from the other drivers is going to help us quite a bit. Very happy about that, because now we are only one spot out of the points here, and our tires are not bad. So let's burn them out here, fire them up, and get this Grand Prix started. All right, here we go for the Mexican Grand Prix. We got 5 red lights, and this race is underway here. And no, not too bad of a start. Magnussen a little slow off the line. Piastri gets a really good start. We're going to see maybe we can overtake Magnussen. We don't even overtake any spots. We're still in P11 here. But we're going to see if maybe we can sneak around the outside of turn 1 here. Get some overtakes done. Sneak around the outside and then just claim the inside of turn 2. And look at that. We're into P5. That's 6 overtakes in 1 turn, or 2 turns, I guess. And a lot of traffic to start off this race as Hamilton, Leclerc side by side. We're all still bunched up. We've got to take it nice and easy here on the tires. Get them nice and warmed up. So they lost us those full 11 laps. And look at that. The other driver's starting to pull away here. Yeah, once again, we're super slow down the straights. Nico Hulkenberg manages to overtake us. And now Oscar Piastri, he's trying to go for a move down the inside here. Hulkenberg going to cover him off. We're going to see once again if we can sneak around the outside here. Oh, Hulkenberg locks up, or slides. It has a little bit of understeer, and I see him sliding. And we're able to get that move done. And we're now up into P6. Or back into P6. So Hulkenberg overtook us down the straight. And the front of the pack there, starting to get out in front. Starting to create a little bit of a gap. I don't know if we're going to be able to keep up. We're going to try our very best here. Tires feeling pretty good after 2 laps. But we're on these tires for another 7 laps, 8 laps or so. No, 9 laps. My math is horrible. Great. So DRS is enabled. Piastri trying to go down the inside. We're going to cover him there. I think it's better to get the outside position going into turn 1 here, because he kind of gets squeezed into the next corner. Unless we can get there quicker than Piastri. Still in P6 here. Defense has been super, super important this season. We've been defending spots like crazy because we're just way too slow. We have a good 1-lap pace. We're able to get up high on the starting grid. And then the rest of the race, we're kind of just defending our position. I think we have a very little number of overtakes this season. A lot more defending. Oh, look at that. No DRS. Just a sit-and duck. Down to turn 1. We got overtaken by Piastri and Hulkenberg. Oh, wheel to wheel with Hulkenberg. Got to go wide through turn 2 and then cut in to the corner of turn 3 and at least keep P7 for now. But Magnussen's got DRS again. Oh, no, that's not Magnussen. That's Hulkenberg, because Magnussen's right behind us now. So maybe the trick is we just got to trail someone, stay in DRS range, because DRS in Mexico is probably one of the most OP DRS zones you could possibly have on the calendar, especially this season where we don't have all the tracks available to us. Oh my god. Okay, well, Magnussen's going to overtake us now. We're going to try and dive down the inside. He's going on defense. And oh, we almost have contact. But look at that. Another defensive move. I guess kind of offensive. He did get in front of us, so kind of counts as an overtake. I don't really count getting a position back as an overtake personally, but I guess it's an overtake nonetheless. Oh my lord. Look at this. There's like 4 cars coming in for this battle for P9. Albon overtakes us. We're just going to slip right past him once again. A little bit of some unorthodox overtakes in this one. But who is that? Verstappen. How's Verstappen so far back? He must have suffered an engine penalty. He hasn't been having the greatest season though, honestly, so maybe he started just right there. But he dives down the inside of Albon, and we're just trying to avoid traffic here, trying to avoid a collision. It's the last thing we want right now if we want any chance of staying in the points here. But we are now in P11, so back to where we started in this race, and we got Stroll hovering closely behind us. I think we're kind of screwed here. I don't know if we're going to be able to get into the points, as Lance Stroll and Lando Norris just zoom right past us. We even have a pretty low downforce setup, I would say, relative to this track, as Lando actually slips up a little bit. That holds up Lance Stroll, and now we could take that spot back here. But look at this, we're not going to have DRS once again. Oh, Lance Stroll fell way back. I think we might have cut him off a little bit, causing a little bit of a traffic jam. But we are in P12. Not looking great here. We might just be cruising through this race. We are pitting in the next lap, not at the end of this lap, the end of the next lap. And we switch to the medium tires because honestly, soft tires not feeling great right now, but the medium tires will definitely last us the last 14 laps of this race. But we're headed into the pit lane here. Gonna get these medium tires on. I don't know how much it's gonna help us or not. We'll see. I think we went in P13. The drivers behind us are now freed up from my very slow pace, so there might be a lot of overcuts here. We'll see. We gotta be quick on this out lap. And I think those backfield drivers, they started on the medium tires, so they're gonna be out for just a little bit longer, I think. But let's see what we could do as we come out in P18. Daniel Ricciardo, where is he at the moment? I don't even see him. Oh, he's in that little bunch there with a lot of blue cars. Just at the triangle section. Yeah, this is how bad of a race we're having. Daniel Ricciardo has now caught up to us, and we are wheel to wheel with our own teammates. So a little bit of a showdown here in Mexico City. Pierre Gasly just passed us. We're trying to see if we could stay within DRS range of him. We're currently not in it even. Oh, great. Okay, so Stroll overtakes Ricciardo. I'd like to finish in front of Ricciardo and keep the streak alive of, you know, outperforming our teammate. It's not looking good here, though. Our pace in Mexico City, god-awful. And the 105 AI really shows when I show up at this track. Other tracks, not so much. We act like a 110. Here we're playing probably like a 95 difficulty in terms of performance. And all the AI at 105 are just way quicker than us. On top of that, we have the worst car on the grid. But we're trying our best here. We're trying our best. Oh, my goodness. So here comes Lance Stroll. He's going to pass us once again. He's passed us like 5 times in this race. We're going to get a toe off him. Hopefully hold off Ricciardo, but he is creeping. We only got 6% battery left in the tank here. And there goes Daniel Ricciardo. So he can go around the outside and hold him off for just a little while longer, but he's going to have a run on us down into turn 4. Let's see. Oh, no, he falls back once again. I did not cut him off that time, I swear. And here comes Daniel Ricciardo. Nothing I could do. We tried our best here. I guess we could just avoid taking last, or is this last place here? Yeah, we're currently in last place, I think. We have 2 DNFs. Oh no, actually Logan Sargent is in last. Lando Norris is just DNF. And look at this. It'd be nice if I had DRS right now, but no. For some reason, it's back-to-back DRS zones with 1 DRS activation point, which just allows them to pull ahead once they pass me down the main straight. But this battle has allowed me to stay in it here. Okay, so Grand New Joe falls back to Daniel Ricciardo. And now we are in this battle for P16. 2 Alfa Romeos, 2 Alfa Tauris, 1 Alfa Romeo, so 3 Alfa cars. And look at that, we are falling behind. Okay, so we are going to get DRS here. We need to stay within DRS range down the main straight. If we could do that, we probably will get at least one of the spots back, because Daniel Ricciardo will not have any DRS. And then he's kind of just a sit and duck. We got 25% battery left in the tank. We got 5 laps left to go in the race. We're going to have DRS on Ricciardo, but I think he's got DRS on Grand New Joe here, so not much of an advantage gained here. Oh, actually, Grand New Joe holding up Ricciardo. It's going to allow me to squeeze in here, and this time we're going to have DRS. Alright, come on. Finding it very hard to keep up with them through sectors 1 and 2. And then sector 3 we close the gap a little bit. But as long as we can stay with them, maybe there's an opportunity to re-overtake Ricciardo. Oh, look at that. They're wheel to wheel. And now me and Ricciardo are both going to push through here. We might actually get a run on Daniel Ricciardo, but do I even want that? I kind of want to just stay back so I can get the DRS, because then we get overtaken by Grand New Joe and Ricciardo, like the very next DRS zone. So maybe we'll just stick around here until near the end of the race, where maybe we can finesse our way into P16. Grand New Joe falling back now. So it looks like a battle of the Alfa Romeos, or Alfa Tauris, is about to start here. 2 laps left to go. We're still in this battle of the Alfa Tauris. I'm trying to think when the best time to overtake would be. Definitely not down at the turn 1. I'm thinking maybe go for a dive bomb into the little triangle section, and it's too late as Daniel Ricciardo locks up. Nice. Now we're sitting duck to Grand New Joe, but at the very least, we are in front of Ricardo. He's 1.4 seconds behind us. We got a little bit of a cushion. But let's see what we could do here. I feel like because we're slow, he's going to end up closing that gap anyways. We might get into a little tire bumping, some bumper cars with Grand New Joe here, which will also allow Danny Ricciardo to close that gap. And he's well, actually, he's behind Logan Sargent. Okay, so that's what we need. And at this point, I'd like to finish P16, but if we fall back to Grand New Joe, not a big deal. Danny Ricciardo chokes in probably the first wheel-to-wheel battle between the AlphaTauris, spanning more than a few or 1 or 2 laps. Oh god, Grand New Joe really going for that, but it was a little wide. We kind of pushed him wide as well, and we're able to hold that spot. Honestly, I probably should have let him pass because now he's going to have DRS, and Logan Sargent, I think, will have DRS on Grand New Joe here. And you might be looking at a double, possibly triple overtake, because Danny Ricciardo's lurking back there too. We got 2 laps left to go here. Grand New Joe storming through. He's going to pass us with these. And there's Logan Sargent lurking in the background. Oh, he might be going for a move as well here. Oh my god. That was super dirty. I should not have done that. I kind of went silent there. I was focusing on not letting the car spin out. We bump into Grand New Joe. I did say we might get into some bumper cars. We're desperate here to not let Daniel Ricciardo come back and pass us. He still has 2 cars to pass here, but the further we are away from him, the less likely it is for him to overtake us. But here we go on to the last lap. Grand New Joe's going to be stormed by us once again, but we got 50% battery here charged up. Try and go on defense here, hold him back, or keep up with them for as long as possible. Let's see here, is he going to lock up once again? They have a habit of locking up here. And look at that, they're really slow. We're just going to force our way once again, this time a little cleaner. We have contact once again, but we went for the open gap. And we get that spot back. Sergio Perez wins his home Grand Prix, I think for the first time. In this, actually it is the first time. This is only season 1, so this is the first time he's ever won the Mexican Grand Prix in front of his home crowd. And let's see what we could do here in the AlphaTauri. The sister team not doing too well, like the older brother. And we're gonna cross the line. I completely forgot to commentate that last little bit there. It's gonna be P16. Pretty bad race, honestly. I'm not even gonna say it wasn't bad. We got driver of the day. How did we get driver of the day? What? We started in P11. I don't know. We'll take it, I guess. But we started P11, finished P16. I guess because of all the overtaking, technically, that we did. It was more just getting our spot back. Somehow we get driver of the day. I don't know. But yeah, Sergio Perez is going to take his home Grand Prix along with the fastest lap. That is good for 26 points. I think that shoots him up the driver's standings a little bit. Gets him a little closer to Max Verstappen. He's only 1 win behind him at the moment. And Max Verstappen has not been having the greatest few races. Does he even finish in the points here? Yeah, he finishes P7. He started in P16. So actually, pretty good race for Max Verstappen. Us, on the other hand, awful race. We finished P16, 0 points. Daniel Ricciardo finishes P19, also scores 0 points. We were just not great at this track. I thought maybe because of AlphaTauri's real-life performance at Mexico, maybe we would do something similar, but obviously not here. However, all the drivers behind me in the driver's standings do not score points as well, so the standings remain unchanged here. We're still in P11 with 7 points. Alex Albon was close to finishing in the points here. He finished P11. He passed us pretty early on in the race, I believe, but he did not manage to catch up to Carlos Sainz in the Ferrari. So we are still in P11 with a few races left to go this season. And our team not doing very much back at the factory. We got 1 upgrade coming in. It's a major redesigned brake ducts upgrade, but that won't even be in for the Sao Paulo Grand Prix, as this upgrade is supposed to come, it says here, but that's November 2nd. So yeah, that upgrade won't be in, so we're gonna have no upgrades once again going in to the 3rd last Grand Prix of the season. What do we have left here? We got Brazil, we got Vegas, and then we got Abu Dhabi, and not looking good for us in terms of upgrades. We are probably going to try and push for that Red Bull seat come season 2. I'm not doing another season of this backfield crap. I want to be racing for a championship. Max Verstappen, wow, he's having actually a really good season. I said earlier in the video that he wasn't having a good season, but I might be thinking of the My Team career mode where he's kind of suffering a lot, and he's in P1 here with 5 consecutive wins to start off the season, and then a P3 and a P7, which has allowed Sergio Perez to kind of creep in there. With 3 races left, Sergio Perez can definitely still take the Drivers' Championship. We are still down in P11, but that is going to be it for this one, guys. As always, if you've watched up to this point, be sure to drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you guys know when the next video is out. Like I said earlier, we got the Sao Paulo Grand Prix up next, which I don't know how we're going to do there. Maybe a little bit better. The straights aren't as long. We obviously have that large straight going into turn 1, but that's really it. So maybe we could finesse some more points in the next one. But again, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next one. Have a great day, everyone.